Hi, my name is Austin Baker, and today I will be talking about the social media's negative impact on the youth with a specific focus on our future outlook. Most think of social media as a harmless form of entertainment, meant to satisfy the self in the instance. But research fails to pay attention to the negative effects on the younger generation, which will soon be the leaders of our world. I only had Facebook at 12, and social media is still new in a sense, as we have not seen a generation raised with social media reach full adulthood. Social media's nature emphasizes a platform that isolates us, quite opposite of the internet's original purpose. The idea that you could socialize with multiple people at once through a screen and maintain your ability to socialize is ludicrous. This should already concern us enough, as social media itself has departed its framework's ideology. Social media is not only background noise, but a negative tool toward our society and our ability to socialize. Have you ever heard anyone say, "What do you mean? You didn't know? I posted it on Instagram." This is exactly why the number and quality of interactions are depleting. We allow social media to do all the socializing for us, almost as a replacement for our regular conversations. We keep updated with our friends learning their biggest accomplishments through social media. Socializing shouldn't have to be made easier. We take advantage of its power and in turn hurt ourselves. Social media has an incredibly strong social influence, and in turn we attribute the same amount of emotion to these social media interactions, if not more, than our actual real life interactions. A study revealed that self-esteem is positively associated with likes on Instagram and Facebook. We use likes as a source of feedback, and not enough likes on a post could result in having a bad day. A different study supports this claim, as it found that social media also activates dopamine in the brain. This basically means social media use emits a positive feeling in the body and replaces the need for those same feelings we usually get from social interactions and relationships. This destroys our insightful conversations and ability to maintain strong social relationships needed in our current society. A study done at Virginia Tech uncovered that conversations in the absence of their phones were rated significantly superior and empathetic compared to those in the presence of one, also noting that the findings were beyond factors such as age, gender, ethnicity, and mood. Where social media constrain in-person social interactions and relationship is called a split consciousness, caused by this phone and social media use. Split consciousness, as KJ Jurgen found, diminishes our introspective thought process necessary for these relationships, characterized by commitment and time. These are called vertical relationships, and this introspective thought process is required to shape social knowledge, comprehend the psychological states of others, and ability to empathize. We greatly struggle with introspective thought today, as we mostly engage in simple horizontal relationships that are encouraged by rapid multitasking. A world where people lack social knowledge, empathy, and the ability to understand others is a scary place, and we must pay special attention to the ever-increasing isolated and divided world we live in today. Engaging in such social media activities promotes a self-entertaining and teaching environment where it is best used in isolation, as it takes our full attention away from social interactions. Social media has divided us while ironically trying to connect us. We learn better through social interaction, learning important life skills, as well as differentiating opinions needed for basic social interactions. Social media also invokes a sense of passivity, giving control over all of us. Have you ever found yourself scrolling down Instagram way too long and then ask yourself, what the heck am I looking for? A study has uncovered that 5 to 10% of people are unable to control how much time they spend online. And of those 5 to 10% of people also show the same brain impairments as people with drug dependency. Because social media requires little effort with immediate reward in the instance, our brain starts to demand this stimuli, and with every interaction, the need for this stimulation grows. The average person now spends an overwhelming 2 hours and 19 minutes a day on social media. This number rises every year, and we will continue to be socially shaped in a manner that is convenient for media owners. We reach a level of dependence where we can't think for ourselves anymore, and our lives are now based on recommendations. We pick shows based on what's trending. We spend tremendous times looking at the most recommended posts on Instagram, and discussions are now guided by the popular discussions on social media. The ever-increasing nature and addiction of social media spells disaster for our younger generations. We once again have no regard for social media's effect on us, as it has become the number one cause of death of teens in America. The trend of social media use is apparent and has steadily increased every year. Active social media users have actually increased by 21% since 2015, up 482 million people globally. The average person, as I mentioned, uses social media for 2 hours and 19 minutes a day, and it will not be long before we all become these super users. The super users represent the top 10% of social media use in the population who engage in it for almost 4 hours a day. With a growing youth and an ever-increasing social media age, children will be influenced more than ever before, as they will be impeded at their most impressionable ages. The future looks possibly disturbing, as these super users might become the everyday user, and a society indulging as a super users at their most impressionable ages could be very destructive.